Okay, welcome to this session of on communities. We're going to take a look at the community part in Salesforce, how to expose the features in Salesforce, and how the users can interact with each other using communities, and also how you can how external users can register in communities. So far, we have so this is basically like creating your own website and exposing whatever you have created in Salesforce. So for that, let's head right out into the Salesforce login. And So we're going to head out to all the way to setup. And first and foremost, you have to go to the community, basically community settings. All community. First, you need to go to all community settings and enable the community workspace. This will allow you to use the various things that you can use in Salesforce. Okay. Then you can select enable partner super access report. Each of them has got a corresponding use case for that. So if customers can access, then community moderation, mobile setup, whether you can show it in communities, and if somebody gets a new email link, in how many days it will expire. Okay, so enable it and save this. Click on save. So enable the community, and then once you go enable the community settings, you will be able to see the community setup. So you need to go to all communities and click on new community. So Salesforce will throw open the new community. It comes up with a full site builder. Right now we'll build a basic community here with most of the tabs exposed. Now if you have a content management or a web development team, you're free to go ahead and use any of the other templates. But we will use the main template that we use is generally the Salesforce tabs and visual effects, which will imitate the look and feel of the Salesforce environment. Okay, so let's get started. We can name the community online portal and create the community. Click on create. So it's going to create the website for you. Now this will not be published unless you click on publish. So right now we are building it. So it takes you to the entire generation. You can install app exchange app if you want any other products, or you can, there are a number of steps. You can add your dashboards, report. So first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on administration, and this is the most important part of it. Okay, so right now it is in preview mode. So go to login and registration. This is the default ones, like for, and if you want to allow external users, so you can select this, assign them a profile for fun. Right now we are not given, by run out of licenses here. You have to click up external users to self registers. Internal users, we will see how to create the users for them. Even external users can self register. Click on save, and then click on settings, and then members. You want to see which members you want to add. Right now system administrator is the default member. So if there any partner user, you can include that user. Any additional permission set you want to give, you can give. Right now I'm adding only system admin. So this is the way. If there is a partner user, customer user, you can include whichever user can access this site. Only these sites, users with these site can access, profiles can access the site. So now I'm going to select the tabs that I want. So I will say cases, chatter, contacts, maybe I'll also select live agent. No, live agent is not right. I'll just select basic accounts, the accounts object. So let's go with this basic four objects, and this is the tabs. These are the tabs we already have. So you can also include custom object tabs if you want, but right now we'll keep it for these four tabs. Click on save. So these tabs are now added to your website. So whenever you want to preview this, you can go back to the And then in the preferences, you can say show nicknames, give access to, if you want, these are some permissions, okay? So right now you can just leave it as default. And then in the members, you already added the members. The settings, what I'm saying is you can always look at the preview. I just activated it temporarily. So this is the URL. Click on the URL and your community will come up. So now your community, now you're exposed to community. So you see the chatter, cases, and accounts. Contacts is not showing here because the tab is not included in the permission set. So that's the reason. Now you have cases and contacts here, cases and accounts here. And now at the top, this is the admin preview. So you can always go back to the internal site, that is the Salesforce Classic or the site, and you can also navigate back to the communities here. So online portal is our link. So it brings us to cases, chatter. Now the next step is we need to see how to create users for this. And if you want to go to the setup from here, you click on that circle icon over there and it takes you to the setup. And you have number of other features here which you can explore later. But basically this is the core of the communities where you add and remove. And then now since we have given members, then there are some pages and email. If you have any Visual Force page right now which we are not doing, you can add that, okay? If you have any Visual Force page, or if your team is going to create a community builder page, you can add that. And as for emails, this is the default setup. Any emails will come to this. So this is the send welcome email which will go to the community's new members. So now let's talk about creating members for this community. Okay. So from here, let's go back to, we were in the preview mode here. Sorry. So let's go back to, just a bit lost here, settings. Back to Salesforce setup. Yeah. So now here, what we are going to do is we have to create users for this community. First is internal users. We click on accounts. Now suppose right now I have run out of my licenses for this community. What you have to do is you have to click on an account. You can hide the field for now and say manage external. You can say enable as partner. Click on enable as partner, and then so this is the external account. Now for this contact, you'll have to create a corresponding contact under this, and whichever contact is there under, you say manage external user and enable customer user. Click on enable customer user, and you're going to give customer community login. Okay, user license and profile will be customer community login, and then select this and then save. This email has to be correct. Okay, so you can just give another email and save. So now this user, that is because there is, so once you create the contact under that account, this one of the external user is created. So now he would have received the login and the password. So this is how you create an account enabled as a partner user, and then under that partner user account, create and enable another external contact and enable as a customer user. Then it will ask you for the, once you enable, it will create a user of this type and send an email. So let's head on to the email. Yeah, so welcome to online portal. I got the email here. So I will get my email and the credentials. And since I'm already logged in, it will send you the password to password link. But in case since the user is matching with this name, I don't need to create another. It is enabled for me. So this way you create a user for the portal. Usually you will get a password link also, but in this case it has already, I think it since it's the same email, so it's not sent the password request. Okay, so now this way you create a community, expose the tabs that you want, and also create a login. Now if you want an external user to log in and create an account, what you do is you log out of this, you log out of everything, like even this one, and imagine that you're accessing the URL as a totally external user with not a logged in Salesforce user. So it's going to ask you, since you have enabled that sign up self registration, so you can say, you can add any email and say enter, or you can give sign up. Should okay, let us, so there is an issue here with the sign up form, so let's head back to the site. So we have to log in now. We have to go back to, there is some issue with the self registration is not allowed right now, so let's enable. Even though we enabled it, there is something missing in that, so we head to the community. Yeah, and in this, let's go to the, oh, sorry. So basically, communities allow you to expose it to the partner user. If that customer login user could be a partner user who would like to see his cases, or this will be shared only with him. Okay. So now, if you go to the workspaces of online portal, so again the admin. So the default page. Oh yeah. So you have to select the configurable self registration page and keep email as required and last name. And Salesforce gives you, if you click on this, it will create an automatic handler for this page. Otherwise you will have to write the controller for that. So right now Salesforce comes out with an out of the box handler for this page, so you can select that, and this one you can just execute registration as the same user. So if any user has managed users permission, you have to select that user. So this new user which gets created will be executed as this selected user in the external set site. So it will and right now verification, keep it as none and save this. So you need to make this configurable self-registration page and come over here. Okay. So with this, now you can log in from your external community. If I go to sign up, it's going to take me to the registration form. So it's already, as you can see, since I'm already logged in, it's taking me with the thing. So let me log out from here, sign up. So let's take this URL and try to log into this. Yeah, so basically you'll be presented with this kind of a portal. You can say email, need to register with the email. You have to enter the correct values. Okay, so this has actually created a login over here, but even though it is giving an issue over here, so that's because some of the values are needs to be. If an existing user is there, then it could give you problems even though it is not showing you here. So you have to give something which is right now there is some issue in the server side. So you get because the value of the profile ID is neither. So you need to set the profile ID. So you need to in the member section for external things to work. You need to add this partner, select partner, and select all of this customer portal manager standard, all these profiles, and assign it to this particular site. Okay, once you do that, then when you go to login and registration, it will automatically select a profile and assign it to the, let's say, manager custom login user or saved. So it will get assigned to that, and now if you go to your external site, you'll be able to log in. Let's log out from everything here. Okay, so now if you go to sign up, it's going to ask you for your, some small issue here with the sign up here. You have to give a valid email. So you know, like, when you go to your login, you know what is the error here. Basically, you need to give a correct email, and okay, we also need to give a parameter here. Generally, you need to know once you set this up, you can add tabs and remove any tab and expose it to the user. So it's pretty important that you need to know how to. There are cases where external users might, like suppose you want a product catalog or you're selling a new product, you may need external users to log into your URL.